A lot of detox experts talk about the amazing impact that things like juice fasting and changing your diet has on your health, but very rarely have I heard people talk about the 5 things I'm about to share with you today that might be in your home and make you silently sick. And I have noticed huge improvements in my level of health and vitality since moving into my own place and not really bringing these things into my home. And the first one I want to mention right off the bat is household products and cleaning products. These are typically, even the natural ones, loaded with different perfumes, and the average stuff that you get at the supermarket can be very toxic. And the problem here is that we don't know how these different products act in the body when they're being combined, because usually we don't just have one product, but we have 5 different products for the window, for the toilet, for the kitchen. And then when we inhale several of those at the same time, they might combine, and we don't know the adverse reactions of those. But I can honestly already tell from having eliminated them, even just, singularly. Now, when I get back into a household where I can smell that these things are being used, I can immediately feel my body reacting not so positively to it. And so what I use instead, I wanted to mention, I'm also going to share, of course, what I do instead. So maybe you can draw some inspiration from that. But again, these are all just suggestions, nothing that I think everyone has to do. However, I do think that it is one thing that is so easy to change, but has a profound impact on your health. So what I use instead is I have some citric acid, I have some distilled vinegar, and I have some baking soda. So usually I just mix those 3 together, and that's what I use for the bathroom, for the kitchen counter if I want to clean that, which usually I just take a cloth with water and just clean it like that. Since I eat a plant-based diet, I'm not really worried about any contamination from various food sources. So water usually does the job fine. And then when it comes to cleaning my clothes, I use a ultra-sensitive, perfume-free, cruelty-free laundry detergent. And this doesn't have anything added in terms of perfume. Of course, it is not 100% natural. These things do exist as well. And for my bed sheets, for example, I use wash nuts, which is something I discovered recently, because I usually don't have any stains or anything like that on my bed sheets, so it's fine. But when I want to get stains out, I personally am still using this. However, this is still so much better than what I used to use in the past. But that stuff was loaded with perfume and different chemicals. So and then I also have a perfume-free soap in my bathroom and a perfume-free dishwashing soap. All right, we're here in the bathroom, and I just wanted to give a quick mention to the perfume-free soap that I use as well. So this is actually something I use for cleaning the bathroom as well, because I haven't found any perfume-free cleaning products. So that's why I just use the perfume-free soap, and then I use a little bit of this mixture, which is just water, vinegar, citric acid, and soda, as I showed you earlier. So just wanted to mention that. The second thing is toiletries and self-care products. These are typically also loaded with chemicals and different perfumes, and there are biodegradable natural ones, and these are definitely a lot better than the conventional cheap stuff that you get at your average supermarket or drugstore. However, personally, I have found that they still cause some level of toxicity to the body. So about 5 years ago, when I got into natural hygiene, I just ditched everything at once. And it's been such a good decision. It is not just a freeing feeling in terms of my level of health and vitality, but also for traveling. It is so convenient not having to bring anything. So basically, I just use water for almost everything on my body, because I have the mentality that if I wouldn't eat it, I also don't want to put it on my skin. Now, sometimes what I'll do is, if I have dry hands or something, is that I rub in a little bit of coconut oil, or even a little bit of, if I have some avocado, I'll take a small piece of that, or even some banana, and I'll rub that into my hands so that they're a little bit more soft. Or sometimes I do that with my face as well. But with my hair, I've pretty much just been using water for the past 5 years. I have experimented with different things like conditioner to make the hair look a little bit more vibrant. Or I have also experimented with using baking soda and lime or lemon, mixing that together and using that as a shampoo as well. And that has worked really, really well as well. Or also bentonite clay. However, I have found that I don't really need that. And usually when I take good care of my sleep and the food that I put in my mouth, then I don't have any problem with like greasy hair or stuff like that. And water gets the job done just fine. And then when it comes to my teeth, I also use either water or bentonite clay. I made a whole video about that, so I'll put that in the link in the description down below, which you can check out later, and I'll also put it at the end of the video maybe. So yeah, that is something that I have eliminated. And yeah, again, these products are loaded with perfume as well. And yeah, even things like deodorant and perfume I no longer use, because I instead make sure that my body's clean from the inside so that I don't have to cover anything up. Of course, I understand that's not something everybody wants to do, but there are plenty of DIY alternatives that you can use. So even just using some fresh lime instead of deodorant is already going to make a big improvement. And the thing I want to mention here about that is, for someone who still engages a lot in the outside world, whenever I am around people who still use a lot of perfume and deodorant, even my family, but yeah, also when I'm sitting in the train, I can smell it so intensely. And Dr. Douglas Graham always says, if you can smell it, it's in your bloodstream. A doctor I really look up to. And that is true. So I definitely feel that it again causes toxicity to my body. And of course, I think some of it is also in the head. And I think it's important to do our best and let go of the rest. But yeah, I just want to mention here that it's not just something that affects only you, but it also affects the people around you. And yeah, so I just think that that's something that we're not just doing for ourselves, but we're also doing for the people around us. And yeah, not having these things in the home does a huge impact on the air quality in our home. And that also brings me to number 3. Just in general, the air in your home might silently be making you sick if it isn't fresh. And what I've just started doing, usually 2 to 3 times per day, when I'm at home, of course. When not, then I don't do it. It's just I open all the windows for like 5 minutes and I shock ventilate the entire apartment. And that is just so nice to have fresh air. Even though I don't use any of these products, stuff in the apartment still accumulates, dust, all these kinds of things. So when we shock ventilate the air, or, there are also things like air filters or air conditioning. So that has a huge impact as well. And then the 4th one is EMF, or just in general, like phones, laptops, Wi-Fi. And of course, like, we're human. I'm recording this with my phone right now. And I don't think it's necessary to completely eliminate it. However, some things that I've started doing are that I turn off my Wi-Fi at night. I turn off also my phone and my laptop at night, and I put it out of the room that I sleep in. So yeah, those are the things, the measures I have taken in that area, but of course there's still room for improvement. And then one more thing I use to help reduce EMF, and this is not sponsored or affiliated, I just really love this product. It's Omnia. So it's this thing I have here, and then I also have a sticker on my phone and on my computer, and that helps block some of the EMF. I honestly have no idea how it works, but it is scientifically proven. They have done different tests on people, muscle tests as well, that have shown that these have a positive impact on the human body, and that they are effectively blocking out some of the radiation that these devices emit. And I've also noticed that I just feel more energetic and more vital since using it. But again, this is just what works for me. You have to find out for yourself what you feel like doing in that area. And then the last one I'll mention is microplastic. And again, I'm human. I still have things with plastic in my home, in my kitchen. However, I have done my best to reduce it to a minimum. So I have a wooden chopboard. It's 2025. If you don't have a wooden chopboard yet, go out and get one. It's seriously such a game changer because we're literally cutting on it. So we're cutting off the plastic when we're using the chopping board. Not to cause any paranoia, but it's that one simple little switch that can reduce the amount of microplastic a lot. And then I also have wooden, glass, or porcelain bowls. And yeah, also my bed sheets are from cotton and not from synthetic fibers. And I also do my best to have most of my clothes be cotton. But again, like things like workout clothes, sports clothes, I still have in microplastic quality, which I think it's fine. I think it's so important in these areas to do our best, let go of the rest. So that was my video. If you want to know my toothpaste-free teeth care routine, then check out this video and maybe see you there or in another video. Have an awesome day. Bye.